校舎裏にひっそりと立つ古びたガレージ。
Hello and welcome, Lynx here. We are playing If My Heart Had Wings. We are listening to an unknown voice right now that is narrating a little bit. I think we can guess who that is. The person whose name has been mentioned quite a few times. Also, the voice was super familiar for some reason.
誰かが使っている様子はなく、誰からも見向きもされていない。
I recognize this voice. Why do I recognize this voice? I'm not sure.
何か面白いものがあるかもと、こっそり中に忍び込んでみた。
Yeah, so that's definitely Iska, yeah. Even the fact that she was the one who found the garage.
初めてあれを見たときは、なんか変なものがあるなって程度で、大して興味もなかった。それが180度変わったのは、あの写真を見つけてから。
Damn, so it was...
一冊のノートに大事に挟んであったそれは、とても綺麗な雲の写真。こんな美しい空があってもいいの？ってくらいグレートな空。けど、なんか変だ。なんでだろう、この写真。あ、わかった。そう、その写真は雲の上から撮影されていたのだ。挟んであったノートのページにはこう書かれてあった。なんという幸運だろう。我々は風が浦に突如出現したモーニンググローリーを偶然にも飛ぶことができた。それはもう奇跡と言ってもいい素晴らしい体験だった。モーニンググローリー？飛んだ？そのノート、高校日誌を読み進めるうちに、僕はどんどんのめり込んでいった。雲の写真はこのガレージを使っていた人たちがグライダーという飛行機に乗って空の上から撮影したもので、そのグライダーにはエンジンはついてなくて、風に乗って雲の上まで飛ぶんだという。一体どんな気分だろう、風に乗って空を飛ぶのは。あの美しい雲の回廊を渡るのは。そうして思いを巡らせた時、もう僕の心は決まっていた。そこに打ち捨てられたグライダーを修復し、雲の彼方を目指そうと。次の日、僕は早速そのグレートな計画を親友に打ち明けた。
Interesting.
日も暮れてきたし、今日はこの辺にしときますか。
I guessed it as I was taking a briefer after returning from a flight. We could go one more time, can't we? We still have a little time before the sun goes down completely.
この辺り街灯なんてないし、日が落ちる前でもかなり暗くなるよ。そしたら着陸の時危ないじゃん。
She's right. Sadly. When you came back just now, it was hard to see the runway and my depth perception was messed up.
というわけで、今日はもうおしまい。小鳥、撤収するよ。
Ageha calls Kotori on her cell phone. Right now, Kotori is by the winch.
今日はもう終わりか。
Yeah. Perfect wind for training has just started blowing for...
しょうがない。事故を起こすわけにはいかないからな。
As she speaks, Amane looks towards the eastern sky. There is the orange glow of sunset, the same as always. Oh, looks like the sign has appeared again. What sign? What sign? What sign? What? The sky indicated that nothing would happen the following morning. What? What's that supposed to mean? I watched her from the side while she looked to the sky, and her face seemed filled with impatience. What sign? I don't get it. Since the winch came back, we've been doing as many test flights as possible every day. There are adjustments to be made to the glider, but the main objective is for Habane and I to do the flight training.
今日かなり高くまで上がってたね。どのくらい行った？
Around 600 meters.
ほう、記録更新だね。だいぶつかめてきたんじゃない？
Yeah. But it's still hard to ride the thermals. Thermals are the vertical drafts formed by air heated by the Earth's surface. They occur more easily in areas where the temperature above the ground rises easily, like soil or asphalt. By catching these thermals, we can fly to higher altitudes. However, the thing we're chasing is the wind, which is invisible. It's not easy to catch. Even after riding well, the wind is fickle, the flow and strength are not stable, and may suddenly disappear. But if we don't get good at riding it, we won't be able to fly high enough to reach the passage of clouds. Habane looks down with a blank expression, and without even attempting to eat it, plays with her pasta with her fork. You didn't like it, did you?
ああ、いや、そうじゃないんだ。ちょっと考え事をしてただけだ。
She gave a faint smile and prodded her pasta. I'd looked towards a hand shrug. Well, Kotori was next to Habane, absorbed in reading the book that she had borrowed from the library. Why did you do that after you finished eating? It's no good. She's not listening. It's karate chop time. Kotori for a long time has been finding out about Morning Glory. Since we started the test flights, Kotori, being disabled, has had nothing to do except operate the winch. That's why she seemed to be thinking, I'm useless! She was really involved in the construction of the main wings too, so that's not true at all. But because of this, we found out about something important. A few days ago, after the farewell party...
オーストラリアのバークタウンで起こる気象現象について書いてあるわね。
Yo! This is what we found out ourselves. Because I was too curious and had to look it up. Yes. So we found out that Morning Glory is basically a predictable phenomenon in Australia. And it's like the only place where it's predictable. Hibari translated from the book written in English, after being pestered by Kotori. It's a book about Morning Glory. According to this, the clouds that appear above Australia can have a total length of approximately 1,000 kilometers. Wow! It's not just one cloud that appears, it can be many at the same time. Wow! When the sun comes up, the temperature increases and the clouds disappear. There is only about 2 hours before that happens. Huh. For the local people, this is a sign of rain, and raging winds blow beneath the clouds. The altitude of the clouds is about 1 or 2 kilometers. If you can ride the vertical drafts well, it is possible to reach those altitudes.
海風と陸風が衝突してできる前線が発生の原因なんですって。夜になると気流が冷えて下降し、逆転層が。メカニズムが分かれば予想は立てやすくなるけど、風が浦とオーストラリアじゃ地形も気象も違いすぎるわね。
Yeah.
もっとこう分かりやすい前兆とかないのかしら。ここにそれらしいことが書いてあるわ。
Hibari translates as she reads.
北から湿った強い風が吹き、夕暮れ時東の空が紫色になる。パブの冷蔵庫に水滴ができたら翌日起こるんですって。
It says that if water droplets appear in the fridge at the pub, it will... What?
この辺りにパブってあったかしら？
What? Calm down. This is talking about Australia.
気温が低く湿度が高い早朝に発生することが多いですって。気温が低く湿度は高く、前日の夕方東の空が紫色にか。 ちょっと待って。
Kotori excitedly opens page in the old notebook. It's a flight log written by one of the old members.
ほら、ここ見て。
Kotori opened it to the page that explained the signs that were seen on the day the photograph was taken, in other words, the day that the morning glory has occurred. It seems they did a test on that day and there was detailed information on the weather conditions written in the flight log.
テストをした16時頃の気温は23度。真夏の日中にしちゃ随分低いわね。
その後、日暮れから強い風が吹いて肌寒いくらいだったって書いてあるわ。
This was written in the remarks column. They went to the effort of writing it, so that must mean that there was quite a big change in air temperature. As for the color of the sky, it doesn't say. The important thing is, the log was written without the knowledge that today morning glory will occur. They wrote this without realizing that this was a sign of the morning glory.
これはかなりのヒントなんじゃない？
ありがとう、お姉ちゃん。どういたしまして。
Since then, Kotori has been checking the weather forecast every night and reading books about weather, like she's trying to become a weather forecaster or something. I mean, I would say that's a good career. Not like you can trust the weather forecasts for. So the 3 signs that indicate the coming of a morning glory are as follows. 1. The day before. A warm, strong wind blows, and the temperature is high enough to cause water droplets to appear on a fridge in a pub. Are you literally mean a fridge in a pub? Like what? Or is this something I don't get? At dusk, on the day before, the eastern sky is purple. It's much colder than most summer days. Perhaps this information isn't just nonsense, and this is all we had to go on.
ねえ、葵、今日の当番って誰だっけ？
For what? I'm not sure. Every day we take in turns to wake up before dawn, to see whether or not those clouds have appeared. Even if there are no signs the day before. Whose turn is it today? Amane! Amane! Dude, this game is crazy. Why is it locking up like that? Don't lock up my choices. I mean, again, I don't have any other option, so... Isn't it Kotori? She shakes her head as I say that.
そうよ。
Well then, I'd better quickly have a bath and go to bed. If the morning glory does come, we have to fly right away. That's why we cover the glider on the runway and just cover it up with a sheet. Now we are in Japan, should be okay. Even if it doesn't occur, we can still start doing test flights from early in the morning. It's a little rough, but it doesn't look like it's going to rain, so there isn't much we can do. There is no way we can let this 1 in a million chance pass us by. Huh. By the way, I've been thinking a little bit as well, and I wonder if over here they pulled with the teacher a card that they pulled in a sky full of stars as well with the guy from the museum. So basically he's an asshole towards the club and so on, but maybe he was an ex-member or something like that. But then again, I don't like this teacher, so... Anywho, I've opened my eyes. I close my eyes and roll over in bed, and it doesn't feel like my sleepiness is coming back. That was me yesterday. I could not fall asleep at all. Except I did not fall asleep. I just literally couldn't fall asleep. I sit up and open the curtains. The sky is dark. I can see the stars twinkling. Come on, bring it on! I went to take a look outside, and in the middle of the garden I saw Kotori staring up at the sky. How is it?
葵くん。何もなさそう。
I see. I look at the sky. All I can see is the shining stars and no signs of the clouds we are looking for. It was quiet. So quiet it felt like we could hear the stars twinkling.
来ると思う？
I don't know. Maybe.
来てくれたら最高の夏休みになるのに。
I mean, yeah. Yeah. But even if it doesn't happen to be, it will still be the best summer holiday ever. Summer holidays are always fun, but this was so fun it could be the best ever.
私もこんな気分になるのは久しぶり。夏休みが終わるのが寂しい。
Is there anyone who doesn't feel like that? Yeah, that's so true. Kotori shakes her head.
足を怪我してからずっと私にとって夏休みの終わりは新学期の始まりだった。また嫌でしょうがない学校が始まっちゃう。だから終わってほしくなかった。ただそれだけ。
Makes sense.
けど今は違うの。
That's good.
夏休みが楽しいから。楽しすぎて終わってほしくない。
Completely different reason, right? Summer will come around again. As long as we're alive dozens more times. But this year, the best summer holiday ever, will only happen once. It's not good, is it? For something to be too fun. I think I'm gonna be burned out in the second term. As I speak, Kotori giggles.
私ね、ヒスカのこと自分の友達みたいに思ってたの。
Your friend? Kotori nods her head, seemingly quite embarrassed.
ヒスカが高校日誌にいつかここからいなくなるって書いてたの覚えてる？
Yeah, I remember, yeah. The same kind of thing was written several times.
私ね、あれを読んで自分のことみたいに思ってた。
How so?
私も同じように感じてたから、いつか自分はここを去るんだって。
Kotori, who is disabled and didn't really fit into the class, was seriously thinking about quitting school around the time I came to the dormitory. For a long time, she felt like she had to get out of there, and felt the same thing strongly when she read Isuka's flight log. And then you copied her by making that list. The things I want to do list that Isuka wrote is something she pursued herself.
あの頃、私友達なんて一人もいなかったから、イスカの日記を読んで彼女を友達みたいに思って、それで寂しさを紛らわせてたの。今思うとバカみたいよね。
That's not true. Because of you feeling that we're here now.
だから私、あまねちゃんとはまた別でイスカの夢を叶えられたらって思ってる。友達として。
Really? I also have special things about Isuka. She was Amane's best friend and left the glider behind for us. Also, I now know that to Kotori, who was once so lonely, she was like an invisible friend. To Amane, Kotori and I, Isuka is a beloved friend. That's why I feel like I owe a lot to Isuka.
恥ずかしいこと告白しちゃった。
So then, why do you seem so happy?
なんでだろう。葵くんにはつい話しちゃうんだよね。
Is that because we're close friends? I said it as a joke, but Kotori, sitting there in a wheelchair, looks downwards.
そうかも。
She seems kind of awkward and embarrassed, but happily accepts me using the phrase close friend.
私がまだここにいて、こうして素敵な夏を過ごせてるのは、全部、葵くんのおかげ。
Let's go, man.
ありがとう。
Sure. I I meekly reply, but inside I answer, that's my line! If it weren't for Kotori, I never would have come into contact with the glider. Even if I had come across it, it definitely wouldn't have been as much fun. Possibly. It's dawn, by the way. It's purple. It's purple! Yo! The eastern sky had kind of hazy brightness. Shall we get Am I the only one seeing that there is some purple here? Shall we get breakfast ready? Everyone will be getting up soon. Then another busy day will begin. Or maybe I'm just not reading the sky properly, which is quite probable.
お腹すいた。みんなまだ帰ってきてないのか。頑張るな。冷蔵庫になんかないかな。グワッグワッ。チッス、ハット先輩。どうしたの？あんたもお腹すいた？グワッグワッ。餌じゃないのか。じゃあ水浴び？ガー。そうかそうか。
そうかそうか。
今日は涼しいね。これなら下着じゃなくても平気だわ。
What a line to say!
ぐわぐわ。はいはい、水浴びね。いっくよー。ぐわー。気持ちよさそうでいいね。私も後でシャワー浴びよっと。クワックワックワッ。
Could it be that Hato knows what's going on? I think it's happening.
ん？
It's happening, isn't it?
ねえ、ハット先輩。なんだろう、あれ。あ、ほら、なんか空が。
There is a chance! There is a chance, man! Oh, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on, come on.
紫色してない？
The direction is...
東よ。ってことは。
The eastern sky was bluish purple. We are tidying up after finishing flight training for the day, but we stopped working to gaze at the eastern sky.
予兆なのかな？
This was the moment we'd been waiting for, but we're careful not to get our hopes up yet. We don't know, but until now it hasn't been that color. Full color. That color, yeah.
さあ、どうだろう。注意して見てたことないもん。気温は25度。昨日より3度低いわ。湿度はやや高め。風も出てきてる。これはもしかするかも。
Let's calm down, let's calm down. We all look towards Samane. She looks to the eastern sky. She was just standing there quietly. While looking at the signs that indicated that the phenomenon could occur, she seemed to be assessing the situation. Or maybe she was praying?
ハマネちゃん。
It might occur tomorrow morning. There are 2 days left of the summer holidays. 2. This was the time limit for Amon's activities with the soaring club.
先輩。わかってる。大丈夫だ。
I gave Kotori a prudent and spoke quietly to her. The second charge should take care of occasions like this.
そうだった。みんな聞いて。モーニンググローリーは明日の朝必ず現れる。そう信じましょう。だから今夜は当番関係なく全員夜明け前に起きてフライトの準備をするわよ。
Like you are going to be able to sleep. Come on.
ああ。
Alright. It's 4 in the morning, 4 a.m. Don't make too much noise. Kanaka is still sleeping.
了解。
Kotori!
ごめん。
We got up at the unusual time for people whose turn it is to watch the down sky and carried our things outside the dormitory. There is still 1 hour before the morning sun rises. We have to complete our launch preparations before then. I mean, put some clothes on then. So funny. Amanda, will you be alright in those clothes?
大丈夫だ。ビシッとしてよね、あまねちゃん。これから雲の上まで飛ぶんだから。
Kotori, you're speaking loudly. How's the sky?
よくわかんない。
It's dark. The sky was covered in darkness, and it wasn't possible to see with the naked eye whether or not there were any clouds. I mean, there are some. Anyway, it's scary. If we hang about for too long, we won't make it in time for down. We reach the runway and immediately begin work on the assembly. Right, aileron.
Okay.
Yes. Left, aileron.
問題なし。
Next is the elevator. While this is going on, I eat the rice ball that I had made the night before. I have to do something about my empty stomach, man.
あまねちゃん、さっきからどうしちゃったの？すまない。別に何でもないんだ。
She's worried.
大丈夫よ。きっとうまくいくから。はい、おにぎり食べて元気出して。
We can do it, girl.
ありがとう。葵、いけそう？
I don't know. In the training, I finally figured out how to catch the thermals. The highest we've flown in training has been 600 meters. We won't be able to reach the morning glory at altitudes like that. Suddenly a strong wind blows.
葵くん、だいぶブレーキを出してくれ。
Got it! When the glider is on the ground, lift will be created when the wind hits the main wings. With winds this strong, if we're careless, the aircraft might start floating upwards. I would like to see that. That's why we make use of the equipment used to reduce lift during landing. If the lift is at a low level, it will be okay even if the wind hits it.
急に風が出てきたわね。モーニンググローリーの影響かしら。
Calm down, calm down. It's said in the book that when this occurred in Burketown, Australia, raging winds were blowing beneath the clouds. We need to use a crosswind launch. Of course, when strong winds blow from the side, the glider will be blown with them, so we need to use a special technique for takeoff. Okay. We haven't practiced it much, but we should be okay.
見て、夜が明けてきた。
I mean, there are some clouds. The eastern sky became dimly bright. Also, the conditions of the sky became clear.
あそこにある雲。
Oh, let's go! Let's fly! Down had broken yet and the sky was still gloomy, but we could see the outline of the clouds. These clouds could be called morning glory and were fine and delicate and looked like they could disappear in a minute.
小鳥、発行準備。ラジャー。
Everyone quickly got into position. Amanda and I got into our seats in the cockpit.
横風が強いぞ、葵くん。
Okay, I'll use full rudder from the start. I push down the rudder pedal even though we're not moving yet. Oh, it doesn't make the sound, that's true, there is no engine. If we are hit with a crosswind during takeoff, the glider's nose will face in the wind. This is called the weather vane effect. Dang. By turning the rudder in the opposite direction, we can reduce the weather vane effect. However, because the rudder has almost no effect until we pick up speed, we need to push the rudder pedal before launch and gradually release it as we accelerate. Okay. This is the first time we've taken off in such a strong winds. This kind of feels like a rehearsal, but we have to do it!
Runway is clear!
Aga came to let us know that there were no obstructions on the runway. Then, moving ground to the side of the glider, she lifts up the left wing, a little higher than usual. The wind is blowing from the front right direction. If the wings are horizontal during takeoff, the wind from the side will go under the right wing, messing up the balance. That's why we need to launch with the right wing a little lower to stop the crosswind from going under it. That's so freaking complicated. To maintain the bank angle at which Akaha is tilting it, I move the yoke to the right to operate the right aileron. Launch preparations complete! Here we go, Amane! Amane replied nervously. I give the thumbs up to signal to Akaha outside.
発行準備完了。小鳥、上げて。
Preparations, cambio. Ah. The moment I gave the signal, the winch started moving as if it couldn't wait. The glider steadily accelerates. I pull back on the yoke.
頼んだわよ、葵。
Don't put the pressure on me. Leaving behind Akaha, who was holding up the wing and running with us, the glider floated in the air. The glider wobbles like crazy when the crosswind hits it.
大丈夫？葵くん、あまねちゃん。
Yeah, we're okay. We've leveled out.
なんとか無事だ。Roger.
As we accelerate, the ailerons start working and we are able to maintain bank according to the crosswind. Tilting the rudder in the direction of the incoming wind, the glider steadily rises into the sky. Our airspeed is really fast! We're climbing much more quickly than usual! Even if it looks like we're flying at the same speed, if the headwind is strong, the speed of the wind hitting the glider, in other words, the airspeed is different. When the airspeed is high, lift increases, which causes the aircraft to rise. Today the wind is strong. The power of the winch pulling us fights against the power of the main wings lifting us up, causing the glider to shake. Releasing! Just before passing over Kotori's head, who is operating the winch, I release the tow rope. Freed from the force that was holding us down, the glider was suddenly thrown up into the air. I immediately turn around to check that the tow rope has been released.
離脱確認。離陸は成功だ。
Okay! I checked the altitude on the altimeter. We are currently 300 meters above the ground. Then I looked up to the sky above. Outside the dome-shaped canopy, all I could see was sky. A sky changing from night to morning. Indigo, orange, and pale yellow. The morning sun paints a complex gradient as far as the eye can see. And there, in the middle, a straight line of clouds stretched out. Amazing. Sugoi. I felt like I was being sucked into it as I stared at this spectacle. I mean, to be fair, just seeing it from like right beneath is freaking amazing, to be fair. Ooh, someone noticed as well!
本当だ。なんだろう。不思議な雲だね。まるで誰かがだとしたら。
I'm sorry, you're
達筆ではないわね。
This one constantly complaining about everything.
そんなことないよ。すごく綺麗だと思うな。お上手。相変わらず何でも褒めるわね。と。
Okay, so they are literally the opposites.
ねえ、姉さん、あれ。
What's that? It's us once again!
あれ、もしかして。
Yes, it's the glider!
この前ここで見たグライダー。何してるのかしら。こんな朝早くから。飛んでるじゃないかな。
Yeah!
それは見ればわかるわよ。そうじゃなくて。じゃあ、あそこ行こうとしてるんじゃないかな。あそこ？ほら、あの雲のところ。
I mean, you are correct about that. You're absolutely correct.
すごく綺麗。うん、不思議ね。どうしてあんなものができるのかしら。
Well, welcome to Earth.
ほんと奇跡みたい。でもあの写真のとはちょっと違わない？これからもっと大きくなるのかしら。さあ、葵くんたちは今どこ？ちょっと待って、双眼鏡で見てみる。あ、いた。どこ？ほら、湖の上、今キラって光った。
Whoa! Clutching the oak, I somehow managed to maintain our position. The airflow is getting really rough. It's taking everything I've got to just keep our position. On days where the airflow is stable, I only need to hold onto the yoke lightly. However, in these rough skies, the glider is shaking all the time, and we don't know when it will be hit with sudden winds. I need all my concentration as the glider takes the wind.
大丈夫か、葵くん。
I'm fine! More importantly, can you search for some thermals, Mane?
わかった。
Tick, 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 tick. Mane looks outside the canopy to search for places where thermals may occur. Clouds are the markers used for finding thermals. Clouds are formed when the warm upward drafts are cooled in the sky. Therefore, thermals are usually below them. As I watch the variometer, I fly based on guesswork. The variometer is one of the instruments in the glider and tells us whether it is rising or descending based on the atmospheric pressure. If there is a sudden change in the variometer, it's possible that we've entered the thermal without realizing it. Okay. There is no reaction, huh? Damn it! The reaction from the variometer was slow, and the glider was gradually descending. Damn it! Looks like a running kind of person that is also a dinosaur. How many called from the front seat? Wait! Roger! I pull the yoke to the right and push the rudder pedals and the glider turns. The rudder feels heavy. When the ailerons or the rudder take strong winds, they become heavier, but that means that their effect is stronger. Whoa! That was rough. Is it it? In my field of vision, I can see the small cloud Amane had found. Yeah, that the dinosaur human breed running, yeah. It was small, fine, elongated cloud. Please let this work, please! Please, please! I feel like I'm praying as I fly under the cloud. We continue for a while and we don't seem to be hitting any thermals. Come on, gods of winds! After all, we can see them, so we don't really know if they're there or not. Where is it? I go to there so that we can head towards another area and then... Suddenly the left wing lifts up, tilting the aircraft. Yeah, I know! This wasn't a feeling of being shaken by a crosswind. A rising thermal raised the wings. I quickly turned the rudder to the left. The variometer reacts, the glider was rising. We enter the thermal. Let's go confirm that. I continue to turn the glider. The thermal extends upwards through the atmosphere like a pillar. In most cases, the strongest lift is in the center, known as the core. Normally, it gradually gets weaker the further you go towards the outside. That's why, if you want to climb higher, you have to get as close to the core of the thermals as possible. I turn the glider to search for the core. The variometer tells us that we are rising. We are getting closer and closer to the core. Said the man as she looked at the instruments. I tried to keep the glider circling the same area in an attempt to rise in the core of the thermal. Oh. Alright! We're climbing! Through the seat, I felt that the glider was rising. It's jokingly called the ass matter. Okay! Love it! But you can feel all sorts of G-forces through the seat. And one of the sensations that are important for pilot... Ass matter. And it's one of the sensations that are important for piloting a glider. That's because the thing that informs of a few of the glider's reactions the quickest is not the instruments, it's the seat that is in direct contact with your body. While getting a positive response and not wanting to lose it, I paid close attention while operating the controls. Smatter.
上昇してる。うまくサーマルに乗れたみたいね。葵くん、
葵くんは今手が離せない。
ハマネちゃん、うまくいってるみたいね。
ああ、現在サーマルに乗って上昇中。高度500メー
Let's
トルに到
go!
達。
おっしゃー。
More!
気流が荒れてるみたいですけど、上空はどうですか？
かなり荒れているが、でも大丈夫だ。葵くんが頑張ってくれてる。
なんとか順調みたいね。そのまま雲の上まで行っちゃって。
Yeah?
そうしたいのは山々だが。
お？どうかしたんですか？
もう少し上昇したらこのサーマルから離れる。
どうして？
リフトが弱くて上昇速度が遅い。これじゃ間に合わない。
Come on, gods of winds, where are you? We won't be able to rise any higher here. The G-forces that felt so strong at first were now getting weaker. With reason to a certain extent, but we were now just maintaining a current altitude. If we stay here like this, the thermal might grow and we might be able to gain stronger lift. Well, if we think about the time, it's quite likely that will happen. This because thermals get bigger as the sunlight hits the earth, which heats quicker than the air, and with this level of heat, the air close to the ground warms up, causing thermals to occur. Since last night was so cool, when the morning sun hits the earth, more and more strong thermals will start rising. But we don't have time for that. If we wait out longer for the sun to come up, completely the morning glory will disappear. We're getting out of this thermal!
わかった。
As we look up to the morning glory in the distance, we flew out of the thermal. Come on, give me another.
だいぶ流されているな。
Give me another. Thermals are often thought to extend straight up like a pillar to the air, but actually they don't go straight up. Probably under some angle or whatever. In the same way that smoke is blown by the wind, thermals twist when hit by wind from the side. Okay. I was, in a way, maybe correct. While we were climbing in the thermal that was leaning to one side because of the wind, we moved further away from the morning glory. The morning glory doesn't just stay in one place, obviously. It is rotating as it rolls, moving across the lake. If it gets too far away, then we'll have no means of catching up with it or other than falling to increase our propulsion, which makes things difficult. Increasing the speed. I push the yoke forward, pointing the nose downwards. While sliding down the air, the glider accelerates. Yeah, we know that. You explained that as well. Whenever the nose is pointed downwards, the ground always comes into view. Amanda, who is scared of haze, stifles her screams. Amanda, we'll be okay. This glider will not fall. I'll make sure of that. Also, you are here, so I can't allow that.
落ちてる。
No, it's not. Don't worry.
嘘、そんなことないよ。ちゃんと飛んでる。でもまた高度が下がってるわ。サーマルを出たのね。この状況なら賢明な判断かも。
They know stuff. Why are you not in our club? Hello? They know their stuff.
サーマル？
One of them knows her stuff.
ねえ、サーマルって何？
She knows.
なんでもないわ。
She knows her stuff.
でもこのままじゃ落ちる一方よ。次のサーマルを早く見つけないと。
I mean, that's what we are trying to do. She knows her stuff. She knows her stuff, man. That's making it so much more interesting now. We've caught up with it.
けど高度もだいぶロスしたぞ。
To get back the altitude that we'd lost, we search for the next thermal. In theory, they occur more easily above ground that looks like soil or white areas of asphalt, like parking lots. Yeah.
あそこはどうだ？
Kind of makes sense. Amane pointed towards the runway from which we had taken off. It was a white area of soil in the sunlight. It certainly met the conditions needed for thermals to be made easily. Alright.
あれなんか戻ってきたよ。着陸する気かな。まさかトラブル？葵くん、葵くん、どうしたの？何があったの？
Don't panic! We're just searching for thermals.
トラブルじゃないのね。
That's right!
けどこの時間帯じゃサーマルを見つけるのも大変よね。ちょうどいい場所にこれから発達しそうな雲でもあればいいんだけど。他に何か目印はないの？あとは実際に飛んでみるしか。もう少しなのに。双眼鏡貸して。何かないか探してみる。
Ooh. We did get some lift above the runway after all. But it was weak. It wasn't enough to raise the heavy double-seater glider. It must be because the ground hasn't warmed up enough to create strong thermals. Damn it! Aren't there any around here? In the meantime, the glider is gradually descending. Woo! Then the wind came. Perhaps because of the influence of the morning glory, the airflow is being disturbed. The glider wobbles as it is hit by the strong winds, temporarily reducing the lift and causing a drop in altitude. I start to feel impatient. Should we have stayed over there after all?
でもそれだと。
The cloud from before was moving and further away from the direction we want to head in. Even if we can rise to the altitude we need, we would be too late. How much time has passed since we took off? Meanwhile, the sky has become brighter and has changed from the morning glow to light blue.
届かないんだろうか。
Amane mumbled to herself, while looking up at the passenger clouds stretching across the sky. That's not true! It's right in front of us! We'll do something about it. Kotori and Gaha were also looking for clouds from the ground. We haven't reached the time limit yet.
やっぱりだいぶ高度を下げてる。サーマルを見つけられないのね。どうしよう。このままじゃあの綺麗な雲に届かないよ。頑張れ頑張れ。頑張っても上昇気流が吹かないんじゃどうしようもないわね。トンビが飛んでるわ。グライダーも鳥さんみたいに羽をバサバサやって飛べればいいのにな。だからエンジンを乗せればいいのにって。あ、どうしたのヨルちゃん。こっちへ来るみたい。ほんとだ、こっちに来る。頑張れ変ね。こっちの空にもそれらしい雲なんてないのに。超頑張って
Oh, you were right, Kotori!
間違いない。双眼鏡じゃ小さくしか見えなかったけど。
In response to Kotori's transmission, we headed across the lake towards Windmill Hill. There should be some thermals over there. But where are the clouds that seem to indicate thermals?
サーマルがあるからといって必ずしも雲が作られるわけじゃない。それに多分丘が斜面になっているせいだと思う。
Do you mean that thermal occurs more easily above slopes?
ああ、太陽光は地表に対して斜めに降り注いでいるだろう。けど斜面になっていればその光を正面から受けられる。
Okay.
その分エネルギーが集中して温まりやすいんだ。
Got it. It's true, the sloping surface of the hill that we are heading towards is shining from being in the direct light of the morning sun. How is it, Kotori?
いたいた、見つけた。さっきよりかなり高くまで上がってる。間違いない。トンビよ。
We can confirm that from where we are right now, but it seems that the kite is flying above the hill. Kites are birds that... Oh, I thought it was literally a kite. Kites are birds that fly to high altitudes using upward drafts. In other words, there is a thermal over there. However, that doesn't necessarily mean there is enough lift to raise a heavy double-seater glider. But there is nothing else left for us to try. I didn't think of anything other than aiming for that point. Eventually, the glider crossed the lake and approached the area above Windmill Hill. Suddenly, we were shaken vertically. The variometer told us that the glider had dropped sharply. We've been caught in the downward draft. Damn it. I panicked, and the next moment, we felt a huge impact. Yahoo! Suddenly it felt like we were being pushed from below and the glider steadily floated upwards. Then a little later the variometer informed us that we are rising. We had ridden a thermal. Let's go, let's go, let's go! Ooh, it's pretty strong, we can do this, Habane!
すごい。もうあんな高さまで。
Let's climb.
ね、あったでしょ
Yeah, way to go, Kotori!
褒められちゃった。上まで上がれそうなの
They've got a pretty strong cliff, I think they can make it. That's probably not what I was supposed to be saying over here as Aoi, but whatever.
あまね先輩のこと頼んだわよ。
Leave it to me!
よーし、行ってこい。あの雲の向こうまで。
Yeah, on the wings that you guys made, girls. I know it's universal, but it's kind of amazing.
あんなに高くまで。
Without an engine! Anyway.
風に乗ってるだけなのに、どうしてあんなに高く飛べるの？理屈なら説明できるけど、聞きたい？いい。聞いてもわからないし、それに、あんなの理屈で説明できるわけないと思う。理屈がないと、あんな大きなもの飛べないわよ。
That's true.
すごいよ。すごい。
That is true. But well, in the end practice is more exciting. Before we knew it, the powerful thermals occurring above Windmill Hill had lifted us high above, up in the sky. We were getting closer and closer to the morning glory. We're getting closer, money! Come on, come on! The clouds that from below looked small and intermittent were actually pretty big when we got close to them. I wonder how wide they are. At the least, they would comfortably be able to cover the width of the glider. They stretched out to around the distance needed to go diagonally across the lake.
少し遠いな。
It's okay! If we can keep going above the clouds, it should be easy to pass across them. Come on, come on, come on! The thermal that we were riding was pretty powerful. As Mani had just explained, the slope of the hill is hit directly by the sunlight, so it heats up quickly. In other words, that means that the difference in temperature is bigger compared to the surrounding area. If there is no difference in temperature, then thermals will not be created, and if the difference is big, then strong thermals will be made. The upward draft that Kotori had found for us feels strong enough to take us all the way to the horizon. While this is happening, the sun is rising and the air temperature is increasing. Morning glory occurs for about 2 hours from the beginning of dawn. Come on, come on, come on! I'm getting impatient again. However, if we try too hard, we'll lose balance and we might lose altitude. While checking the rate of ascent on the variometer, I turned the glider to aim for the core of the thermal, the most effective part. Eventually, the glider that Amane and I were riding reached the altitude of the morning glory that we were aiming for. Then we had soon risen above that and reached a position where we could view it from above. Let's go! Come on! Look, look, Amane!
見てる。
I knew she'd be looking at it, but I said it anyway. It's because I was so moved. Is there anyone who would be moved to see a spectacle like this? With the bluish-purple sky in the background, the passage of clouds shone as they were bathed in the pale pink sunlight. Words like beautiful wouldn't re-express it at all. The word that came to mind was divine. My trembling hands gripped the yoke to gain an altitude to allow us to stay above the clouds. I turned into a thermal. I glanced at the front seat, and I saw Amane from the side. Her eyes were opened wide like a little kid's as she looked at the passage of clouds stretching across the sky. Hey, Amane, can you get the camera? Before we took off, I had given her a digital camera. She asked us to take a picture if we were able to fly above the morning glory. This was the perfect viewpoint, looking across the clouds. Woohoo! Alright, let's go to that place! Amma nodded as if preparing herself. We didn't come here to look at the clouds. We came to pass across them. Once we had gained enough altitude, I tilted the yoke and turned the glider. Now it's time for us to go. The airflow here was calm and we could fly without being shaken by crosswinds. In the upper parts of the sky, there were hardly any clouds and a clear light blue gradient spread out in all directions. While paying attention to our rate of descent, we traveled along a space of crystal clear light. We are approaching the passage of light. A rolling airflow occurs around the clouds, and if we can ride it, we can pass along the passage of clouds as far as we want. We finally arrived! The morning glory was right there, at our fingertips. And as I thought that... Oh, yeah, now you are getting hit by the winds, right? Or... not? All of a sudden, it happened. As our view swung round, the divine road of cloud that should have been there in front of us in the space of a moment was getting further away. We suddenly lost lift, and then a few moments later realized that the glider was rapidly descending. I quickly pulled the yoke, but there was no response. The field of vision spun around, and we couldn't even figure out if we were facing up or down. What is this? What's going on? Is it a stall? However, there were no signs that was going to happen. It was just like... Yes, it was just like there was nowhere and we had lost all of our lift. We're falling. Yare yare.
どうしたの？なんかあった？落ちてる？嘘！ちょっと双眼鏡貸して。やばい。どうしちゃったの？葵くん、応答して。葵くん。葵くん、応答して。葵くん。
I can't deal with that right now. The surface of the lake appeared from the other side of the canopy. We're falling with the nose pointing straight down. I leveled out! In the heat of the moment, I didn't know which controls I used. Anyway, I tried to lift the nose up and stabilize the wings. A shock ran through me that felt like the fuselage might be crushed. To us, the pilots, the vibrations passed through our bodies, and for a moment I thought that we had crashed. But no! Looks like it! The nose and the wings leveled out and the glider had gained lift and was floating. We were 200 meters from the surface of the water. In a moment we had fallen almost 800 meters. If it was a few seconds later, it would have been too late. My whole body trembled with fear and relief. Are you alright, Amane? Her shoulders were shaking, but her reply was okay. What the hell happened just now? There were no signs that the airflow had become separated from the main wings. In other words, a stall. It is often said that it can occur without warning, but for it to occur somewhere that had such a stable airflow. Oh. You mean just now? If the droid was pretty strong, do things like this really happen? For heaven's sake!
夏の間、湖や大きな河川の中央付近では時折ダウンバーストが発生することもあるらしい。
Damn. Downbursts are powerful downwards drafts. It's a downburst, a giant mass of air falls to earth. It is powerful enough to cause severe damage. If we were swallowed by something like that, we wouldn't stand a chance. Holy crap. The place where we were was in the vicinity of the center of lake, like Amane was saying. We were so distracted by the morning glory that we lost sight of our own position. Because of the lake, the air cools, and it's possible that a strong downward draft would be created. If the air itself falls... Whoa, what the fuck? What did I just click? But I can't skip. Whoa. Log. Right here, right? I think. What did I click? I don't even know. And I don't know why I kept skipping like crazy there. The place where we were was in the vicinity of the center of the lake, like Amane was saying. We were distracted by the glory that we lost sight of our own position. Because of lake, the air cools, and it's possible that a strong downward draft would be created. Damn. If the air itself falls down, a glider which floats using the power of the air would have no choice but to be taken down with it. Holy crap. So basically you somehow must manage to escape that in a way. That's crazy overall. That might be why we lost lift and fell suddenly and without any warning signs. I mean, we are not falling anymore, so I think you can be calm. We heard Kotori's tearful voice over the radio. We're okay! Somehow we managed to level it out! I need new pants for them.
一体何があったの?
We don't know. Amine said that we might have been caught in a strong downward draft. A little more and we would be upside down in the lake. I mean, we aren't for...
こら、小鳥の心臓が止まっちゃうから.
We aren't for... Sorry. But we are right now. Really.
今の何が起こったの? さあ、わからない。故障したのか。
She knows her stuff. What the hell?
あるいは強い下降気流に巻き込まれたのか。でも、なんとか落ちる前に立て直したようね。
Indeed.
危なかったわ。もう少し遅れたら死んでたかも。
Wow. I mean, we didn't fall.
やっぱり人が空を飛ぶのって危ないことだよね。
Yeah, I mean, definitely.
そうね。翼を持たない人間が空に憧れるのは勇気がいるし危険なこと。でも、
she's still talking.
姉さん?
Damn it. We are going back.
翼を持たない人間が空に憧れるのは勇気がいるし危険なこと。でも、だからこそ飛べない人間は。姉さん?
Oh. So the... let's say more educated one is younger. Interesting. The morning glory. I quickly looked at both. The place where we are just now is much further away. It's dazzling to think that we're so high up. Let's go up one more time!
無理だ、葵くん。もう間に合わない。
Really? We won't know unless we try! As I shouted, I looked at the sky. At some point the down sky had disappeared, and the sky was now filled with a clear blue color. Exposed to the sunlight, the passage of cloud was nothing like it was at the beginning, and was thinning out and gradually disappearing. I turn the glider towards Windmill Hill. You have the powerful thermal from before. We might be able to make it. I'll take a money there. I wanna.
いいんだ、もう。
But
あそこへ行くことはできなかったけど、イスカが見せたかった景色をほんの少し見ることができた。それで十分だよ。
Amane. Amane looked through the canopy at the clouds above.
これでさよならだ。
Amane, let's go to Australia. Amane's whisper, along with the passage of clouds, faded away into the sky. Let's go to Australia. Goddamn cicadas. Let's end the episode with the cicadas freaking being annoying in the background. Because the last day of summer holiday, I believe, it's not the same day that we are flying. So we are going to cut it right here, right now. And the continuation shall arrive tomorrow. For now, hope you enjoyed. As per usual, consider liking the video, subscribing, and so on. If you haven't by now, always super appreciated by yours truly. What a flight that was. With quite a crazy events. But it was worth it. It was obviously worth it. But yeah, let's continue tomorrow. Hope to see you there. Have a wonderful day. Bye bye.